Hey guys, I'm Nishant and welcome to Cybernetico. So today, let's learn about React event handling. In React, what is event handling first? So event handling or function handling is a method to call functions and event in React using some input or buttons on our using our actions. So we can say const, let's say create a function first. Let's say add nums where a function that basically will add two numbers. So let me create a button. It will say add numbers. Save. This button is here. Fine. Fine. So we want to do something like we have to add two numbers. Let's say console.log. Let's add 2 and 2 as 4. It will be 4. So let's say if this was simple HTML and JavaScript, we have done something like this. So on click, we have to open quotes. Sorry, on click equal to then quotes. We have to call add nums and this bracket. But this is not simple HTML and JavaScript. It's JSX and React. So this function will not add numbers. Let me show you what we have. See, this property is invalid. We have to use this method. So add once again. So it will not work. So instead of on click, small on click, we have to use this. So let me remove this and let's use capital camel case on click, opening and closing curly brackets, then add the functions here, which is add nums, nothing else, just this. See, now if you click the button, we will see 4 in the console. See, it's 4 now. So that's how this works. Let me give you one more example using an input element. Let me create one input here. Input. Let's make the placeholder to be, wait, what I'm doing. This placeholder should be add something. Save. We have this input here. Now, let's say we want a function to run every time we type something in the input. So we can create a function to say const get input. Then we have to bind this function to this input. If we are using HTML, we will use on change event like this, but not here. This is not HTML. We have JSX. So we will use camel case on change. And then we will simply pass get input here. All the data that we type will be propagated here in this function get input. So let me get the event from here. So we can console dot log our event dot target. Just let's make first event first, the event that we are passing. So type something, let's say 1 2 3 4. See, we are getting all the data from this event, like all the data. So we want the target. So let's say event dot target dot value, the value of the target for this input. So let's type something like 1 2 3 4 5. Then we will get this input here. Similarly, we have other things like if we just add event or target, we will see something like this. So let me add a name property here. Name of, let's say, input. So we have three things: placeholder, on change, and the name prop for this input. Fine. So if we type something like 1 2 3, we will get the whole input here. But we want the value. So, or the name. So the value is, you have seen how to get the value. To get the name of this input, we will say event.target.name like this. And if we type, this input will be propagated here. See, this input. So that's how event handling works in React. So one more thing, let me show you. What if we want to pass some values to this add nums function dynamically from the button? We will use this. It will be a function here. We will call a function, then add num function. Then we have to pass some property, some data. Let's say we want to pass two parameters, 2 and 2. Then this will come here. Let's say num1 and num2. We are using comma to differentiate between them here also. So this is one number, its second number. Let's make it 3 here. So num1 and num2. Then we can simply pass it in the console, num1 plus num2, to get the input. So let's add numbers, and it's 5. See, that's how we do it in React. You have to handle events.